Hello everyone and welcome back to RainBro Crafts. Today we will be making for you our citrus and pine soap. This is the newest addition to our essentials collection. The essentials collection is a line that we carry and make that is made exclusively with essential oils as the fragrance. So we have our Christie's Lavender Field, our signature soap RainBro Fresh, and then the newest addition is this citrus and pine. So that is very exciting. We will start out like we do every soap by blending in our lye water solution into our signature plant-based oil blend. We will now strain in our colloidal oatmeal slurry, which is just colloidal oatmeal and water, into that soap base. Strain that through to get out any lumps or clumps, just to make sure that the finished product is extra smooth and feels really nice on the skin. We will then incorporate all of this with our stick blender just to make sure everything is evenly distributed. This takes maybe about 15 seconds. We will then add in our custom essential oil blend, which is Litsea, Cedarwood, Blood Orange, and Fir Needle. Like I mentioned, this is a new blend for us. We came up with it over the Christmas season, the holiday season, as a evergreen inspired blend, and then we loved it so much, and our customers did too, that we decided to carry it full time. We are also going to add in some coconut husk and some crushed up walnut shells. This adds a nice exfoliating texture to our soap batter. I am then going to just hand whisk in those additives just to make sure everything is evenly distributed, but we don't cause the soap batter to accelerate quicker than it just normally would. And then we are going to divide up the soap batter in total into 3 parts. We'll pour off a little bit of soap batter into that white and red pitcher there, basically about 1 soap loaf's worth of soap batter, and we will be coloring this with some orange mica and also some of that Kermit green mica. The Kermit green mica and actually the orange mica are both from Brambleberry, which is one of our favorite soap suppliers that we utilize. We just suspend our micas, whatever micas we're using to color our soap batter, with a little bit of the oil from our soap base, and that is just to make sure that all of the mica gets distributed evenly. There are no lumps or clumps left over in that when we do eventually blend that in with our soap base. You'll see me here whisking in that orange mica and then a little bit of our green mica as well. This mica and oil blend thickened up a little bit, which I think is just from the temperature when we were soaping this. We made this soap when it was about 25 degrees outside, so the house in general was just really cold, which means that our soap batter is a little bit thicker than it normally would be. And you'll see me here just whisking up that soap batter with our stick blender just to make sure everything is incorporated properly. Some colorants kind of activate, if you will, in the soap batter when you stick blend them. And so I just like to do this, especially for fragrances that we know behave well in our soap batter, and we have made this once before, so I know it doesn't accelerate any more than a normal soap batter would, and I felt comfortable utilizing the stick blender there. It is now time to pour our soap batter into our soap slab mold. I wanted to pour our soap and have it run downhill a little bit, so I put our wick trimmer that we utilize for our wooden wick candles when we make those under one corner there, and you can see the soap batter slowly sliding down, and I just alternated the colors between the green, the uncolored section, and then that orange colored section, alternated those. I didn't really know what the final effect was going to be. I just wanted something swirly, but a little bit different than our traditional drop swirl that we do all of the time. And I just repeated that until we were out of soap batter, so I sped up the film here a little bit, and you can see how satisfying that is. It's very soothing, it's very relaxing to watch this happen. One thing with this fragrance blend is that it didn't accelerate our soap batter at all, which is really nice, especially if you're wanting to do swirls and things of that nature, because you have a lot of extra time to kind of play with everything. And while we weren't doing that specifically here, I did want to have time to make the design that I wanted. You'll see I'm just finishing off the alternating color pattern. And now I am swirling the top there. I had a little extra of that uncolored soap base, so I really wanted to pull the remainder of the color up. And you can see we're just using our trusty chopstick here to make a nice swirly pattern. I am just messing around a little bit to get that final color and that final swirling design that I want. I don't want to mess with it too much though, because that does sometimes make things a little muddy. Figuring out the blend of when it's too much versus when it's just enough is a really kind of a hard thing to do. I'm just doing some large loops here to get that color distributed evenly across that whole top. And now we are going to clean up the sides just to make the edges look nice and tidy. We will then spritz the top with some rubbing alcohol just to prevent soda ash from developing on the top here, especially because our room is pretty chilly. And now 24 hours later, you can see that soap slab is ready to split up. So we will use our soap slab splitter, get that divided up into 3 separate loaves of soap. This final design and color blend is really exactly what I was looking for. I wanted something pretty organic, very natural looking, but I wanted it to be a little exciting. Sometimes natural soap does tend to look a little dull, and that is definitely not what RainBro Crafts is about. We will then slice up those loaves into 4.5 ounce sized bars. One thing to note with this specific soap is that since there is coconut husks in there, sometimes the fibers catch on the wire for our soap slicer, so you do have to clean it off every once in a while just to make sure the cut is nice and clean. And we will just speed up this footage a little bit and slice through all 3 loaves of soap. It's really satisfying to see the difference in variation between each individual bar. Some bars have just green, some have orange, some have both. It's really just very exciting to see. And that is it. That is how we make our citrus and pine soap. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see what RainBro Crafts comes up with next.